A return to the daily routine, along with some degree of relief for subway riders like Regla, just leaving work Thursday in Sunset Park, Brooklyn.
I get on the train and I look at everyone wondering, like, what's going to happen.
Too soon after Tuesday's subway attack on board the N train, just ahead of this station at 4th Avenue and 36th Street. The accused suspect, Frank James, appeared in federal court earlier in the afternoon. He now faces federal terrorism charges. James was denied bail and ordered by the court to undergo a psychiatric evaluation. Assistant U.S. Attorney Sarah Winnick saying in court, quote, "The defendant's attack was premeditated. It was carefully planned and it caused terror among the victims and our entire city. The defendant's mere presence outside federal custody presents a serious risk of danger to the community." On the heels of the attack, which left 10 people shot, all of whom miraculously survived, the question remains, what was the motive?
I was hit in the knee, in the back of the knee, and it came out. No, I was hit, in the back, and it came out the front.
Meantime, while investigators try to figure out the why, both transit riders and elected officials are turning their focus to another question. How can law enforcement prevent this kind of violent attack from happening again?
A metal detector or something like that before they even enter. And I know it's a lot of stations in New York, but
472 subway stations to be exact, all of which would require thousands of additional police officers to go along with those metal detectors. Observers, including security consultant Manny Gomez, concludes that kind of project is simply not financially feasible.
Coupled by the logistics of having hundreds of thousands of people go through our transit system, that's a non-starter.
Gomez, a former NYPD sergeant and retired FBI agent, says the department is making the right call by sending more cops into the subways, but warns the culture in the city and out on the streets is sending the wrong message to the bad guys.
That it is safe and it is okay to commit these violent crimes.
City Council member Selvina Brooks Powers chairs the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. She joined her colleagues Thursday in sending a letter to the MTA after it was disclosed cameras in 3 stations in Sunset Park were not working during Tuesday morning's attack.
Which cameras are not working, how regularly are they maintained and checked?
The NYPD pushing back tonight. Deputy Commissioner John Miller releasing a statement which reads in part, quote, "Statements that the lack of cameras on the station delayed the manhunt by many hours are unfair and misleading. The MTA cameras in other parts of the system were essential elements in determining his movements before and after the shootings. Their personnel worked with us around the clock to identify and retrieve images in this case." We're live in Brooklyn tonight. Jay Dow, Pix 11 News.